in a world where like Metallica has had this sort of arc, haven't they? Where it's like what some people call it a redemption arc almost, where it's like, okay, go be a bunch of like sex, drugs, rock and roll idiots, and then realize like, oh, we're really lucky to still be alive. Oh, we want to be good people. Oh, we have a chance to help others. And now we're like in that era.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
100%.
they've learned from their mistakes, frankly. And
Yeah,
James admits it openly, constantly, and I admire him for that, like his humanness. And that is what I love taking Russell to shows because I'm like, that man right there, James Hetfield, you go right ahead and look up to him because he made plenty of stupid mistakes in his life and has I don't know. No, and admits he's not perfect. I think that's it. And he's not God. Like no one is. We are
yeah.
human, and there's a humanness that I think is so beautiful about the band. I just,
Yeah, 100%. Like there's so many kids looking up to like I know over here on our side, like, football players and stuff like that, like
yeah,
icons. And I
yeah,
honestly feel like you touched on, yes, Hetfield had his moments. We all did. But like you said, he is on that trajectory now where he's realized, okay, and he has that chance. But you can see it. Even when you see like, clips of him, I seen a clip of him in a restaurant in
yeah.
Tampa. He's just a dude in eating with
He
his
is a
family.
dude.
He's like, whereas some of these people that are idolized, like, Cristiano Ronaldo or some of these people over here, to me, I love football too, but I feel like Hetfield is a better idol for a kid to look up to than some of these football stars.
Hmm.
You
You
know,
know, he's a dude, he just likes to eat Mexican food like the rest of us.
yeah,
You
Yes.
know, as do Kirk and Rob, and they seem to be friends that just
Yeah.
love to play music and hang out with each other, and I think you absolutely nailed it on in saying that they embrace the human condition.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
They're human, and they have taught people through their music, and they've taught people through their music that it's okay to be human. And like
Yes.
you have said, there is a great healing in their music, but they
Mm.
have embraced the flaw of being human.
yeah.
They embrace the flaw of being human. And I can't tell you, let's see, I've seen probably three shows now where Kirk openly makes like big mistakes on his guitar and like stops and goes, "Well, I fucked up again." You know what I mean? Like, and then
Yeah.
starts again. It's the best. And that helps Russell as a player because he's like, "Oh, even Kirk's not perfect." Like
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
And nobody is. And I've come across some of that in the tuition or the lessons that I've taken with certain players, and someone that I've interviewed for the podcast, it'll be coming out soon, but a phenomenal drummer, an Irish drummer by the name of Micheál Quinn, who plays with Dermot Kennedy and a number of other acts, has some great posts about that, and he's a phenomenal monster on the kit.
Love
And
it.
he has published some of his flaws and um, mess ups during gigs where he's like, this is what it is. And he said,
Yeah.
the less you think about it and you embrace that one or two is going to happen, he's like, it ain't that big of a deal. And this is just what it is right now in the moment.
yeah.
Yes.
None of us are
Yes.
perfect.
There's none of us
God no.
perfect. No one. No one.
No, yeah, no, it's definitely they are brilliant idols to look up to for kids. I really think so.
Mhm.